This is the all-new 2025 Chevy Equinox, specifically in the active trim level. And what I'd like to do right now is give you a tour of the exterior design of this off-road focused compact crossover SUV. Let's go.
Motronics.
Starting at the front, what we see here is a unique front fascia. Not only does it feature a unique grille that is exclusive to the active trim, but it also features this material here, which is very reflective, as you can see. You can see my reflection in there, but it essentially spans the front fascia, starting there, going down into here, and then all the way across to the Chevy bow tie, black Chevy bow tie here at the front, and then the same pattern then repeats itself in the inverse on the other side. You do have the dual tier Chevy lighting treatment with the daytime running lamps, the DRLs right here at the top, followed by the actual headlamps right here below. This is what Chevy designers call the highbrow treatment. Now, below the actual primary headlamps, you do have a set of fog lights right there. And it's also worth mentioning that there are two little details here, specifically the Chevrolet script right here above the primary headlamp and the side marker lamp along with the side reflector. As you can see, the side piece of this fascia, it's very clean, and that's because Chevy designers essentially placed this reflector and this marker lamp, which would traditionally be located right here, they placed it right here instead, which results in a much cleaner front quarter panel. Beyond that, you have some nice surface detailing on the hood. Check that out. Very powerful hood, especially here at the edges. You see just how prominent the surface detailing is, really to give the Equinox a bold and imposing persona. Moving around to the side, you'll see that there is a set of 17-inch wheels wrapped in General Grabber AT tires. This is an all-terrain tire, not a poser tire whatsoever. 235/65 R17 is the size, and like all tires on the 2025 Equinox, this one is TPC spec. There, that is right there. And then from the side, check out the overall stance of the 2025 Equinox. It's a lot more bold, a lot more rugged. The wheelbase is slightly longer, but the width, it is an entire 2 inches wider than the outgoing generation, really giving the Equinox a much better, much more athletic stance than, again, the last gen. The roof here is painted in white, as are the mirror caps. This delivers a very unique look, and in my opinion, it actually looks very nice. You also have the gloss black roof rails right here, and then the DLO, the daylight opening trim, all of this here. It is finished, this part, essentially the bottom part from here down, all the way across, all the way to here. This is finished in a gloss black. Meanwhile, the upper part from here, all the way here, all the way here, and essentially down to here, it is black, but it is not gloss. Nevertheless, all of this comes into this section here, and this is quite an interesting design element because, well, look at it. First and foremost, you have this C-pillar treatment, which Chevy designers refer to as the shark fin style C-pillar treatment. That works quite well with the white roof. You can see that the roof carries over into here, and then you have this piece, which looks like glass, even though on the inside it's not actually glass whatsoever. You'll see that it's actually blocked off over here. Nevertheless, there it is. And then you do have glass over the cargo area here. Beyond that, we have black Equinox badging right there. Door handles, these seem to be straight off of the Blazer EV, actually. You do have the keyless entry and exit button there on the front doors, not on the rear doors. You have the capless fuel fill right there. Again, here are those 17-inch wheels, black with silver accents, and the General Grabber AT Sport tires. Here's the comms fin at the top. This handles 5G plus Sirius XM. Here is the spoiler. The spoiler serves two purposes. First, it elongates visually the length of the Equinox, thereby making it seem longer than it actually is, but it also serves aerodynamic purposes and benefits as well. And as we make our way over to the rear, what we'll see here is essentially more of the same of what we saw at the front. An all-new rear fascia with new lighting. As you can see, we've driven ours on some light trails here, and it's just a little dirty. Okay, beyond that, we have the tail lamps. These are very good looking in my opinion, and they essentially start off right here before splitting off into a top section and then into a bottom section. Here's the brake light as well as the turn signal indicator, and this is the reverse light right here. Black Chevy bow tie, interesting surface development on the rear hatch itself, and then black Equinox script. This model does feature all-wheel drive. You can get this in front-wheel drive if you'd like. Active badging, again in black, right here to denote the trim level. And then finally, below that, you have these reflectors. There's that reflector there. Same thing happens on the other side. These are horizontally oriented, much like the tail lamps, so they really work in conjunction with one another. And then below that, you have the low rear fascia here. As you can see, there is no visible exhaust here whatsoever. That's because the exhaust is actually tucked under the Equinox, and it actually exits on this side. You can't see it. Let me see if I can show it to you. But it is right there. So no visible exhaust, but you do have this interesting element here.
So as you can see, the 2025 Chevy Equinox is a completely different beast compared to what it was before. This thing looks muscular, bold, athletic, and in the case of the active trim, very rugged. In fact, the active trim from an appearance standpoint is personally my favorite. The all-terrain tires, the wheels, really make the Equinox stand out in a way that the Equinox has really never stood out before. I am a big fan of this color as well as the white roof. So there you have it, the 2025 Equinox Active exterior. I'm Alex Luft. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Motronics.